You're going to die one day. And it's a good thing. Don't get me wrong. I think it's actually a fantastic thing that we will die one day. And I really do think that, well, first of all, this topic is going to be a bit loaded. So just, fair warning. But, based on the title of this video, I've been reading a ton of philosophy books, specifically Stoicism. And it's just something I really want to talk about. Like, seriously, everybody is going to die one day. And the thing is, you already knew that. And we face this every single day. We already know we're going to die. So why are we doing anything about it? Why are you doing things that make you unhappy? Like, for real. So I understand that you have to work to make money. I mean, that's no secret. You have to do something. I mean, you have to provide some sort of value to somebody if you want to make some money. And the thing is, we need money to do anything in the world, right? And that's why we work. However, I find that mental health is usually a big problem when it comes to this, though. I mean, I know a lot of us, we want to be doing something else. I don't really know that many people who go to work every day and are happy with what they do and are happy with how much they make. I mean, if that were the case, there'd be a lot less depressed people, wouldn't there? And, let's do something here. Let's do a little thought experiment, thought exercise, whatever you want to call it. Let's say you only had 2 years left to live. Really think about that. Today it's December 19th, 2022. You have until December 19th, 2024 to live. What are you going to do? Like, you have to start thinking, you got to move your ass. You have to start thinking more long-term too, as well. I mean, this is actually kind of the remedy for this is, think long-term like this. Okay. Let's say you had 2 years left to live. What are you going to do with that 2 years? Are you just going to keep working your current job? Are you going to start learning some new skills? Maybe, do something you've always wanted to do, but you've been putting off for months, even years. Do it. Let this be a message. If you're watching this far into this video, you should know that you should be moving your ass to do something that you want to do. And, okay. I'm going to ask you a question right now as well. And are you happy with your situation? That's the question I want to ask you. Are you happy with what you do day to day? If the answer is no, then logically, I'm going to follow up with, okay, why not? Why are you not happy with what you're doing right now? And why are you not doing something else? And, okay, got to, be realistic here. Not everyone is fortunate. You can't just like brute force everything in life. And you can't just be like, okay, after I'm done my 9 to 5, I'm going to grind for 4 hours a day. Like, no, I know that's not possible. I don't even do that. And the thing is, I'm not going to give any advice on anything that I don't follow because I'd just be a massive hypocrite. But there's at least, a little change you could do every single day. Every single day you take a couple steps here and there. They don't have to be huge steps, especially when you're just starting out. You just got to get some momentum. Okay? So let's go with being a YouTuber because it's something I have a lot of experience with, especially recently. You want to be a YouTuber? You make a video. Being a YouTuber just means that you make YouTube videos, right? I mean, that's pretty much the definition of a YouTuber. Just upload a 1-minute video of anything. Literally go and grab your phone and just like, hey guys, Evan Arginal told me to make a video, so I'm making a video. Like, that's it. That's all you got to do. It's not hard. And yeah, I know there's a lot of overthinking that comes with that. I mean, I've made so many videos already about this on why you should just upload a damn video and, why you should start a YouTube channel, all that stuff. I can have it linked down below, but you got to start doing something. And that's just YouTube. Let's go to something a little more realistic that everyone else can, they can what the hell am I trying to say? That you can understand, right? I mean, you want to go to a higher paying job, right? That is something everybody wants. Everybody wants a high paying job. Everybody wants, to do a job that they enjoy, at least just a little bit. You don't have to love your job. You just have to like it enough so that when you go home at the end of the day, you don't feel drained and you don't feel like shit, right? So these are things that I did all the time, which was, learning new skills. For example, at my work, I would do certificates and certifications and I would learn new things on the side. And, it has boosted my income, like a good amount too. And these are things I have done. Like I said, I'm not going to preach advice that doesn't make any sense or is not realistic or things that I don't follow. If I'm going to tell you to do something, it's because I've done it myself and it works. Okay. Every video I've ever made has been on advice that I follow myself. right? So, I mean, I'm kind of getting a bit off topic here, but like when you're young, especially, like I'm 23 years old, I'm pretty young. If you're like somewhere in the 18, even 16 to like 30-year range, you feel, you're very young and you feel like you have infinite time. But here's the cold truth. It's that you don't actually have that much time and you're never guaranteed tomorrow. Like really let that sink in. You never like who's told like why do you think you have a 100% chance of waking up tomorrow alive? You don't. I don't. You don't. Nobody does. Nobody has a 100% chance, like survival rate, if you want to call it that, for tomorrow morning. I could die tonight. This is why I'm making this video, because I want to get this at least get this video out before I die, right? And if you're watching this video, great, I didn't die. But I mean, let's think of the flip side, okay? Like obviously, if you're gonna die one day, then why don't you just enjoy life to the fullest, right? Why don't you maximize pleasure? And let's do some drugs. Let's play some video games. Let's do whatever. But it gets boring, like really, really quick. It gets very, very boring, and you just end up ruining your life slowly too, right? Like just slow enough that you don't realize that your life is getting ruined. I'm going to compare this to a boiling frog, the boiling frog experiment. You probably heard of this. And if you haven't, then basically what it is if you put a frog in boiling water, it'll just hop right out, right? Because it's too hot. But if you put a frog in, I don't know, frog temperature, whatever their ideal temperature is, and you slowly turn that heat up, it kills it slowly. And before it even knows that it's too hot, it's dead. That's basically your life on instant gratification. You're slowly ruining your life without even realizing it. And yeah, I mean, this sounds really like extreme. Like I'm telling you that your life sucks because you're doing instant gratification. And you know what? No, I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. Like, yeah, it does ruin your life very slowly to the point where it'll like, you'll be like 30 years old and you're gonna be like, where the hell did my life go? And the thing is, why do you think like all these midlife crises happen? It's just like, that's what happens, man. Like you get to that age and you look back and you're like, what the hell is with my life? What did I do with my life? And usually it's nothing. You didn't do anything with your life. And it's just a really unfortunate way to live. And I'm fortunate that I'm young. I mean, I'm 23. I'm still pretty young. And I realize this such a young age. And, I like to consider myself lucky. Like I don't blame people for, not realizing this sooner. And man, like the fact that you're watching this right now and you're hopefully getting an idea that, yeah, I should do something productive. That's awesome. You're one of the lucky ones. Maybe you're 16 years old. Maybe you're 18 years old. You're watching this and you're thinking, holy shit, this Evan guy, he is right. I got to start moving. That's exactly why I want you to watch this video. It's perfect. I mean, God damn. Let's think back to those video games for a second though. How it's kind of like a drug. Like video games are like a drug in a way. Video games are a drug in the way where, when you start out, it's a lot of fun. You can get so much satisfaction from playing a game for like maybe, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes, even an hour, right? And then after you just feel like you feel good. You feel like you actually had fun. You come out of that like, oh, that was a good time, right? But think now, if you're a gamer and you watch this or you were a gamer at some point, you're probably like thinking like, yeah, it's kind of true in a way where it's like a drug and like you kind of need more to get that same fix, right? Like it is kind of like a drug in a way where, you used to play like 1 hour and you'd be like, oh, you feel so good. Now you're playing like 6-8 hours a day just to get that same little like fix that you needed, like, or not needed, but had as a kid. And I'm saying this from experience. I used to play like just a little bit of games here and there. And actually that's not true. I was a massive gamer. But the thing is, like, I actually really enjoyed the games I played. I really enjoyed all the time I spent on it. But then the older I got, it's just like, I'm just playing video games for the sake of playing video games. It's just like it's just to fill time, just to waste time. It's like, I mean, I'm never going to regret anything that I did because everything that has happened in my life has led up to this point right now, which is realizing I can do better, right? So I'm not going to go and just say that it's a huge, regret or waste of time, but like your dopamine receptors are fried after playing all those games. Like try to do hard work, or like actually, let me ask you, when was the last time that you did some hard work and you actually enjoyed it? Like it was actually fun in a way and it didn't feel like super hard work, even if it is. Like I'll take YouTube videos, for example. I, I hated making videos at first. Like, well, okay, that's not true. I don't hate making videos, but they were a grind. And like, but now when I make a video, it's kind of fun. Like when I'm sitting down making this video, like it's my lunch break at work right now. And it's just like I have some extra time here. So I was like thinking, why not just make a video? And it's actually fun. It's a lot of fun. Water break time. And I'm glad that past Evan took the time to make the channel, to quit playing video games for like 8 hours a day, to just do all these productive habits like reading, journaling, meditating, like, everything, right? And I look back at myself and I'm not disgusted by myself. And now my past self looks at my future self, which is today. I know it's kind of confusing with timelines, but I'm proud of myself. I am genuinely proud of myself. And like a lot of people just look back 2 years ago and you probably be like, oh yeah, I'm the same guy. Or if anything, I was better before and I'm worse now. That is if you feel like that, if I just ask you that question and that's how you feel, well, first of all, I'm glad that you're watching this video because I think people like you, these are the videos, like I target these people for you. No, wait, I target you with these videos because I want you to do better. I don't make these videos to make you feel bad. I make these videos because I genuinely want you to do better with your life. And I think that it's really sad, but a lot of people just kind of waste their life away. And I don't want that for you. Okay. And, I think there's a quote here that just really, really works well. And it's, would you rather deal with the pain of regret or the pain of doing the hard work? Right? Life's a pain. I think let's just start with that. Life's not easy. Life is never supposed to be easy. But if you had the choice between the two pains, regret or hard work, I'm pretty sure you would choose the hard work every time if I put it like that. Because if you regret something, which I mean, everyone has regrets. There's no way you have a regret-free life. But I look back at my regrets and I'm like, I kind of cringe at them. Like I literally look at them like why didn't I just do this? But now, like I live like that, where I live with like purpose, and I realize like I got to minimize regrets as much as possible, and that includes making these videos. I would regret it if I was like 30 years old and I never started this channel. Like I already had a bit of regret for not pursuing this channel further when I was younger, but the past is not there to torment you. The past is there to, give you a lesson. Like I look at my past and it's just for lessons. Like I learned something from that and I move forward. And now I can dictate my future by what I do today in the present. It's all like comes full circle, bro. Yeah. Okay. Now let's go back to your current situation. Right? So the thing is, I'm lucky. I'm happy with my current situation, right? I have a job that's very flexible. I'm able to record this on my lunch break. So, I mean, I'm very fortunate for that, obviously. And, I'm lucky to say that I actually like my job, but I'm not fully satisfied. Okay. So what do I mean by like fully satisfied? I mean, there's no such thing as full satisfaction, right? I mean, it's more just like when is enough. And I think that's where these little changes come back in. Like, maybe I'll use an example of meditation, right? If you meditate for 1 minute a day, then okay, yeah, that's fine. That's good. It does something good, right? Now you bump that up maybe 2, maybe 5 minutes. Maybe you meditate 10 minutes a day. You're at that point where you're meditating 10 minutes a day, every day for a year. It's like this little tiny change. It's only 10 minutes of your day. You spend more time, probably like, well, I mean, you definitely spend more time on social media. I know that. And it's just this little 10 minutes out of your day has a huge effect on your life. It's compounding, right? Now, I know this kind of has to do with, your life and you're not fully satisfied. I'm kind of like getting off track here a bit, but it's just every little change that you make per day satisfies you further. Like if that's making sense, like you don't have to be fully satisfied right now and you never will be, right? But you move slower, you move to that point like bit by bit. And that's kind of what we're aiming here for, right? Okay. So, okay, I'm way off topic now about dying, but okay, I'm going to remind you again, you're going to die. Plain and simple. Okay? You can look back at your life, 30, 40 years later, and you could ask yourself, why didn't you do the things you wanted to do? Right? The time passed. And that's another thing. The time is going to pass anyway. So if you ever have the excuse of it's going to take too long, just know you're full of shit. Okay? Like, for example, okay, no, I don't know many people who, Jesus, I'm stuttering like crazy. I don't know many people who think of exercising as in it's going to take too long. But if you think that, exercising a waste of time because like it's going to take too long, or just anything good in life is going to take too long, like this YouTube channel, growing this YouTube channel is going to take time. So I should just start. Just start. The time is going to pass anyway. Like you're gonna be dead for like in no time. I know it sounds like crazy, but think back to when you were a kid. You thought that you'd be young forever. Well, guess what? You're not young anymore. I'm not young anymore. I'm grown up. I gotta like move along with my life. Another excuse I hear is just the timing isn't right, and this is a big excuse that I just. Why are you using this excuse? Like, oh, I'll start my channel, but I gotta wait till I get a better microphone, or I got a better camera, or the lighting's better, or whatever. Like, just, I'm sorry, bro, just shut up. Just stop with those excuses. It's just, those are some of the worst. Like, I've heard these excuses so many times from people who want to start YouTube channels, and it's just, use your phone. Like, I'm using my phone right now to record this video. The quality's not amazing. It's pretty good, but it's not amazing. And I just got this microphone here, but I've had this microphone already. And like, if you need better audio, you can use your phone as a microphone. Like, I don't know. I don't want to get too off topic here, but if you just make all these excuses and you waste time, you procrastinate, it's just, oh man, it makes me sad. It really does. Yeah. So another thing about like just knowing that you're going to die is it kind of gives you awareness of your goals, and it helps you kind of reprioritize things in your life, things that you thought were important but actually aren't. And there's things in your life that they are important but you're not treating them as important. Like, for example, I spent maybe like 20 minutes a day on my YouTube channel, and now it's just like, no, I'm spending like way more. Like, I'm spending like even a couple hours or more per day on my videos, and it's just because it means so much to me. And the thing is, like, I used to treat video games like a full-time job. Like, what the hell? It was such a waste of time. And it's just now, like, just spreading this message of just, helping people out. That's what gives me way more fulfillment now than any other video game could have ever given me. Okay? And it's just, even if only like 50 people watch this video, the algorithm doesn't feel good, that's okay. If I change even one life, I don't know why I made that face. If I just change one life, even if I just save a life, like, I don't know, that's a bit much, but that's what really matters to me. Yeah. So being aware that, I will die one day, it really does help me put things into perspective, and it instantly brings me gratitude for being alive, right? I'm going to do another little thought experiment if you want. Imagine you're going to die tomorrow. Like, imagine a fortune teller comes out of nowhere, or, I don't know, some guy who knows the future, and he tells you, you're not going to wake up tomorrow. You're going to go to bed like any other day, but you're just not going to wake up. What are you going to do? You got one day left to live. And just, it makes you a hell of a lot more grateful that you woke up today. You had a nice, like, oh. Like, I think about that. I'm just like, damn, like that cup of coffee I had earlier, that was a good ass cup of coffee. Like, it's just, these little things become more like fulfilling. Like, it's just, you appreciate everything in your life more. It's just, man, like, you think of all the good times you had, and it just, but that, okay. Now, okay, on the topic of, let's say you were to die tomorrow. The thing is, that could happen. And like I said this before, you don't have 100% chance of surviving. I mean, maybe you have like a 99.9% chance of being alive tomorrow, which, that's pretty true for most people. If you just, mathematically, you have over a 99% chance of waking up tomorrow. But it's not 100%. And like, that's the important thing. People die in their sleep all the time. I know that sounds really morbid, but you could be one of them. I could be one of them. I could just stop uploading one day because I'm dead. I gotta upload more. And now, I want to bring this conversation now to a more stoic level. Okay. So one of my favorite quotes from Marcus Aurelius is, let each thing you would do, say, or intend be that of a dying person. That's what I really love about stoicism. It's just, it makes you think about everything you do in an everyday life and if it's worth your time or not. Okay. So I said it before and I'll say it again, but you're going to die. I mean, I've said that at least enough times to really make you think about it. And you need to ask yourself, like, are you satisfied with the thing you're doing? And if I truly had to sum this whole video up into one sentence, I think it would be, death is the reason life is worth living, right? Like, imagine if you couldn't die. Imagine if you were immortal and you knew that, all right? So, well, what the hell would you do? I mean, okay, well, first of all, you would do all the things you want to do, right? You would, I don't know, the earth is very small comparative to, what you could do if you had infinite time to live. You would do everything you could on this earth. Maybe you would even explore. I don't know, like you go to space. Right? Like you would do everything you could possibly do in this life. What about when you run out of things to do? That would be really boring. Like imagine you do everything you've always wanted to do in life and then that's it. What do? You just float around in space now? Like, what do you do? Just knowing that you have limited time on this earth instantly makes you just want to move. You want to do things. Like there's a reason you woke up and got out of bed today. It's because you want to do things, right? Now, okay, we got to talk. I think I have to mention this because I'm sure it's on someone's mind at this point of this video. Is what about the nihilistic approach? What about the approach that, well, I'm going to die anyway, so why should I do anything? Like, why should I do anything? And to those people, the first thing I would ask is, why haven't you quit your job yet? Why are you still working? Why haven't you tried crack yet? I don't know. Like, because the thing is, if life isn't worth living, then why not just seek all the pleasures you can? Why don't you maximize pleasure, right? I say right a lot. It's something I noticed. But it's worth bringing up. And, I'll be 100% honest. I don't have a great response to those people. But I just think it is worth bringing it up. And to those people, like, if you're thinking that, the first thing I'm thinking is, what is your meaning in this world? Like, what is the meaning of your life? And I know this is gonna get very like existential and all that, but it's just like, we don't know why we exist on this earth as humans. We don't know why we were born. Like, we know how, we don't know why. Like, why do we exist? And like, that's a whole load of topic for another video. However, if you haven't found meaning in your life, that could be the problem. And the thing is, your meaning of life is different for everybody in this world. Everybody has a unique meaning of life. And the thing is, I truly believe that you have to go and create your own meaning as well. And I think that's a topic for another video, but it's kind of up to us to create our own meaning. And yeah, I mean, I have my meaning, right? Like personally, I think my meaning, the meaning of my life is to help other people, even through these videos. Like I said, if I help even just one of you watching this video, and I help you do, even through my whole channel, and I make your lives better, I improve it, I save your life, anything, I'm fulfilling my meaning. That's what gets me out of bed to do things I do. Yeah. Okay, like, should take it back for a second. You're a miracle. The fact that you're alive right now, right? You could have never been born. You're a 1 in 400 trillion chance. That's your chance of being alive, right? I think that's the number. But you are a 1 in 400 trillion person. Yeah. And, I want to be honest. Even though I am this, everyone here, if you're alive, you're this miracle, it's okay if you don't, live up to your potential every single day. And the thing is, I should have probably prefaced this at somewhere at the start of the video, is that, yes, you want to move your ass, but also there are days where I'm not perfect, and that's okay too. I think that's just one of the beautiful things of being human is you're not perfect. No one's perfect. Like, we all make mistakes. We all are lazy sometimes. We don't do what we should have done. And That's okay. I mean, if we were perfect every day, then, well, life would be very different. I'll tell you that. And, I've been pretty hard on you this whole video, and I don't want to end this on like a dark tone or anything, but it's just, I just don't want you to waste your time. I don't want you to waste your life away. Mm-hmm. And as long as you just show up every day and you try, you're already ahead of the game. You're ahead of like 80% of people if you just show up and you try. Okay. Maybe not 80%, but I don't want to be a downer, and I do want to end this video on a positive note. And if anything, I just want to inspire you. The thing is, I really do hope that this video inspires you to do what you want to do. And I said it so many times, but if I helped you, that like honestly would make my whole day. That'd make my whole life, really, if I just made someone's life so much better. Yeah. All right. Well, anyways, that's enough philosophical talk for the day, and hope you enjoyed this. Peace.